Hello, welcome to our lunch and learn on breakfast options. Today we're going to be talking about overnight oats and breakfast parfaits as part of Nutrition Month. So March is Nutrition Month. We've got a lot of nice activities planned for the month. Talk about some of them.
Sure. During the month of March, we have today we have the yogurt parfaits and the overnight oats today, and then March 10th we have mason jar salads. So we're going to be going over some really cool recipes about some really fun salads you can put in mason jars. And then on March 17th, we're going to have a top fuel for top performance class. And then on March 24th, we're going to be talking about intuitive eating. Also, during the month of March, we have some challenges going on so next week, starting March 7th, we have zero plastic waste. So we want to challenge people to minimize the amount of plastic beverage bottles, plastic containers throughout the whole week, and see how you can kind of change your lifestyle by using reusable containers like this one here. Next week, the week after that, we have plant-forward recipes. So we want to challenge people to think about using more plant-based foods in their meals, not as a complete meal, but just plant-forward, like adding more plant-based foods into the meal.
Like maybe meat's not the star of your show, but you have a little bit in there.
Exactly. Next, we're going to challenge people to food bank collection. So throughout the base on 17 Wing, we can have people have their own collection boxes at their units, or anyone from the military community just to have their own food bank collection and have people donate some non-perishable food items and see what you can collect. And then at the end of the month, we're going to send out a survey to see how Nutrition Month went over. With you, I know, things you liked, things that we could do better, or anything like that, everything in between. And then we can draw for names throughout all these challenges, and you can win a prize.
Yeah, lots of good prizes. We've got cookbooks, we've got grocery store gift cards, we've got cooking store gift cards, and we even have gardening supply gift cards. So just to get started here, I'm Deanne Bennett. I'm the health promotion specialist at 17 Wing.
And I'm Dylan. I'm the health promotion admin assistant.
And I just wanted to acknowledge that we are cooking with you here today on Treaty 1 territory, the homeland of the Anishinaabe, the Cree, the Ojai Cree, and the Dene people, as well as the homeland of the Métis Nation. So we're proud and we're happy to be here with you today.
So right now, we're going to start off with a strawberry banana yogurt parfait. So I love strawberry banana. It's a super good combo of fruits and flavors. So what you need for this first recipe, you're going to need 3/4 cups of plain yogurt. We're going to use plain Greek style yogurt today. We're going to be using 1/4 cup of strawberries, a half banana sliced. And for the granola and nuts, we're going to be using 1/4 cup of granola and 2 tablespoons of chopped peanuts. So we have all of this here right now. So we're going to get started here.
All of the recipes we're demonstrating for you today come from these recipe books supplied by Dairy Farmers of Canada. So we have overnight oats, we have breakfast parfaits, and if you're interested in receiving copies of these to try as many as you like, you can email Dylan at james.dylan@cfmws.com. And we will mail you intra-office these recipe books. You can make them anytime you like.
Yeah, we got a ton in the office, so yeah, just let us know and we'll hook you up. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. So 3/4 cups of plain yogurt, which we have here. I'm gonna give this a little stir to get it going. Usually when you buy yogurt, there's a little bit of excess liquid on the top, so you just want to kind of get that all going, get that stirred together so it's a good consistency. Once you kind of have that, I have a measuring cup here. We're going to use 3/4 cup.
The nice thing about these is they're fast, easy breakfast options. You get good amounts of protein, you get good amounts of vitamins and other nutrients as you They're very portable as well, as you take them on the go.
Yeah, the mason jars, the ability to close them kind of makes it easy to, like Deanne said, take it on the go. So that's great. Okay, so we have a quarter, 3/4 cup yogurt.
You can use any size mason jar. Some people really like the wide mouth mason jar. It's a little easier to work with your ingredients coming in and going out. We chose the smaller ones today just to be a little bit more portable as we travel around.
After you clear out all the yogurt, that's good. All right, next, we're going to add our strawberries. So we have just a 1/4 cup of strawberries. So we have frozen strawberries. You can thaw them out in the microwave or whatever you like, or you can buy fresh strawberries as well. And we're going to add those in. Yeah, strawberries smell delicious. Okay, next I'm going to chop up this banana. We're going to do 1/2 banana sliced. Of course, you can use any types of fruit within your yogurt. You know, you could change it up, but this is just the specific recipe we're using today. But feel free to use a variety of different fruits when you're making yours at home. You can chop your bananas thin if you want more banana. You could chop your banana a little thicker if you want less banana, kind of thing. You want more pieces of banana in your yogurt. Okay, so I've got all that banana and strawberries put into the mason jar. Next, I've got a 1/4 cup of granola. We're going to add that in. And there's different flavors of granola as well. There's banana flavored granola pieces. There's roasted. There's plain. There's lots of different varieties. So you have a variety of choices right there as well. And then the last is the 2 tablespoons of chopped peanuts right here. As you can see, we don't all of the different pieces of this yogurt recipe didn't look like much, but this little mason jar right here is pretty much full. So you can see all this stuff together really makes a difference all in one container. You can really see it's got really good layers. It's got all the yogurt, it's got all the fruit, and then all the crunchy stuff on top. So you can mix that all up together, and you got a little to-go yogurt for you right now. So it's perfect, delicious. Some of the nutrition values for this type of parfait. Strawberries are an excellent source of vitamin C, fiber, and potassium. Same with the banana. Bananas have good vitamin C and B6. The oats and peanuts, good sources of fiber and protein as well. And the Greek yogurt has a ton of great stuff. Good protein, good vitamin B12 and calcium. And selenium is also in yogurt. If you don't know what selenium is, it's a really good way to help and boost your metabolism. So this is a really good, nutrient-rich yogurt parfait. So now I'm going to mix this up, and I'm going to give it a whirl. The strawberries smell so fresh and really had a really good scent to them, so I'm sure they'll be really flavorful. Get a little bit of everything in here. Got some banana. Very good. I love the crunch aspect of it. It's always a really nice. I like having granola and hemp parts even in yogurt. It gives it a nice kind of consistency, and the crunch just makes it feel like you're eating something hearty. So when you are, it's got lots of good nutrients in it. So yeah, delicious. Really turned out good. There it is, the strawberry banana yogurt parfait. Delicious. So I think next we're going to be doing the pumpkin spice yogurt. We'll invite Deanne back here.
Thanks so much. What a great way to start. Like we said, we're going to sample 2 of the recipes in the Breakfast Parfait recipe book with you. We've got the strawberry banana. We're going to move on to pumpkin spice next, just for a little bit of flavor difference. There's a raspberry ricotta recipe, coffee and mascarpone, tropical kiwi, and grape walnuts. So lots of different options right there. Here's some of the ingredients we'll be using. We've got our pumpkin puree, we've got our fresh mason jar, our granola and some nuts, nice fresh apple, and some pumpkin spice. Should be really nice. So when you're purchasing yogurt, you can look for a few things. You really want to pay attention to the label. You're looking at primarily the sugar content and the protein content when shopping for yogurt, as well as the fat content. So if you don't really want to go 0 fat content, because that's going to not have that same fill you up kind of feeling. But when we go with dairy products, we want to choose lower fat. So I would say 2% or less. 2% or 1% would be your way to go there. I'm going to be using 3/4 of a cup of this Greek yogurt as well. Nicely mixed for me. It's pretty good. All right, so 3/4 of a cup going into the mason jar first. Beauty of these types of recipes for breakfast is you're getting your protein content early on in the day. You want to spread your protein content out throughout the day instead of having it just at the bulk of it at your supper meal. So really good way to start your day there. When I talked about, you want to look for the Greek yogurt has your higher protein, or your very high source of protein. This one is 12 grams. You can get Greek yogurt even higher, 17, 18. Yeah. And sugar. So in the plain yogurt, you're going to have around 8 grams of sugar or less, which is nice. Anytime you get a flavored yogurt, even vanilla, your sugar content is going to go right up. If you have a hard time with the taste of vanilla of plain yogurt, you can start off by mixing half and half with flavored and plain.
And even when we made the previous yogurt parfait, it was all just a plain yogurt. And I know some, like Dee was saying, some people, it's a little bitter, or the taste isn't great for them. It's nice, we added, you have all that plain yogurt, all that protein, everything in it. And then we put the strawberries, banana, the granola, it all mixes together and it brings out the flavor. So you're not tasting that bitter plain yogurt by itself. You got all the stuff mixed in, so it's a really great taste.
Yeah, you're getting the natural sugars and the natural flavors. All right, we've got our plain yogurt. We're going to add our pumpkin puree. I've pre-measured a 1/3 of a cup of pumpkin puree. So in it goes. If you don't like this flavor on its own, or aside from a pumpkin pie, this is a great way to get pumpkin into your diet. And pumpkin is a really good source of potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C, and other antioxidants. So pop that in the water there. So it's really good source of vitamins and potassium as well. All right, so we're going to flavor this up. I have pumpkin spice seasoning, but you could use nutmeg and cinnamon to get yourself that same flavor. So I'm going to taste just a pinch, or just a little to taste in there. And we're going to start dicing up our apple. Any type of apple would work here. My favorite knife.
What kind of apple are we using today?
Using a jazz apple. I love a jazz apple because of the nice crisp quality to it. But you could use a Macintosh if you like something a little softer. Granny Smith would give it a totally different flavor
Oh my
entirely.
goodness, yeah, for sure. I think I'm an ambrosia kind of guy.
Ambrosia. Don't know that one too much. So like Dylan said, you can dice these whatever texture you like. Go something like that.
You're doing a bit of a cubed kind of.
Bit of a cubed, yeah, about a quarter cup diced apple. So that should hit the mark there. Get it all into my jar. Perfect. Save room for the granola, right? So I've got a granola. Just like with the Greek yogurt, looking at your labels when it comes to granola is important as well. So looking for that lower fat content, higher fiber content, lower sugar content. You have the ability to make your own granola as well. And within these recipe books, there's a recipe for making your own granola. Maybe should have gone with the bigger mason jar on this one, hard to say. The other thing you can add with this recipe is some nuts. So the recipe itself calls for chopped pecans. I brought along some chopped walnuts today, so either would be delicious. I'm gonna start mixing this up. So I have a little bit of room in there.
It's amazing how fast those mason jars get full, and it's kind of nice to eat a huge portion of the yogurt, which is great.
Yeah, so this should be nice and filling. Taking on that nice peachy orange color. All right, in go my nuts. And like Dylan said, you can add other things. I've got some hemp hearts here. I've got some flax. You could add chia seeds. Many different things to add different sources of fiber to your breakfast parfait. So your nuts are a good source of fiber. The fruit, the strawberries, the apple are a good source of fiber. What's our fiber content in our yogurt? None. So that's where the additions come in. You're gonna have your fiber in your granola, your nuts, your fruits. Okay, so it's ready enough to try.
Looks good. How does it smell?
Let's see. Interesting. You know what it reminds me of is that pumpkin pie ice cream, Sergeant Sunday.
Oh.
That's very nice. It's a different flavor. I would normally gravitate to something like the strawberry banana. This is different. I would eat this once in a while. The nuts give it a really good crunch, as well as the granola. Very nice. So I can package this up. Take it with me, pop it in the fridge at work, and I can eat this anytime throughout my day. That's two. That's some yogurt parfaits, two very different ones. That grape walnut one might be a neat one to try as well for a different flavor.
So I think we're gonna move on to the overnight oats next. So it's gonna be a little different. We're gonna be doing something that you would make the night before, of course, and not something that you would eat right away. You wanna make this next recipe and pop it in the fridge overnight and have it for the next day.
Needs time for all those flavors to meld together and for the oats to become a nice consistency for eating.
All right, so the overnight oat recipe we're gonna be making today is called Rise and Shine, the chocolate, and it's a chocolate peanut butter mix, which are two of my favorite things.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to the both of us.
yeah, So looking forward to this. So for this one, we're looking at a half a cup of oats, large flake oats if you have them. For our dairy products, we're gonna have a half a cup of milk, a third cup of vanilla or plain yogurt. And for the fruit and everything else, 2 tablespoons of dried dates chopped, a tablespoon of cocoa, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, creamy or crunchy, whatever your preference, and a 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so we're gonna put in the half a cup of oats.
So with the oats here, you'd want to stay away from an instant oat because that would get too mushy of a texture. Some people aren't big fans of overnight oats because they don't like the mushiness of it, as opposed to the breakfast parfait where the granola and the nuts are a lot more crunchy. But what you can do to combat that is add things just upon eating. So just before you go to eat them, add some crushed peanuts, add some walnuts, add something that gives that bit of a crunch to it.
Yep. Be adding my half a cup of milk here. Okay. Is half cup?
Yes.
So we're just using 1% milk for this demonstration. And this will pour nicely. Half cup of milk. So a third cup of plain yogurt going in next. Sure. Then we'll get our dates here, already pre-chopped and everything. Chopped. We got dates. Oh, perfect.
So
Thank
for
you.
this pitted dates, you don't have to. I mean, if you're going to be chopping dates, if you're chopping them, you can remove the pit yourself. Nice fairly fresh date would be ideal, and you only need about 2 tablespoons, so it works out to 2 to 4 dates. Really not too much. If this became a regular staple for yourself, buying the supplies would last quite a few breakfasts or quite a few meals.
Dates are going in next. Okay. All right, tablespoon of cocoa going in next. Right here.
Here comes the stars of the shows.
Yeah, just getting this stuff ready. The cocoa is such a strong and lovely smell, so it's a really nice addition to it.
Oh,
Yeah. Next, we have peanut butter. Sure. I'm using smooth today. Add that in. And then next, the vanilla extract. So just a teaspoon.
Either measure or you can free pour. What do they say with garlic and vanilla? There is no measuring or something.
Yeah. Some peanut butter on my fingers.
Now this one smells amazing. Even with the mask,
Yeah.
this one smells amazing.
Thank you. Vanilla, I always remember vanilla. I remember the smell of vanilla. My mom was making cookies back in the day, so that smell is like never left my brain. It's so good. Okay, that's everything. So we got the oats, the milk, yogurt, dates, cocoa, peanut butter, and vanilla all in here. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna stir this up really well.
Especially if you're feeling rushed for time in the morning, as opposed to preparing the breakfast parfait. This straight out of the freezer, grab and go. The benefits of having a breakfast is that pardon me, after your overnight fast, your blood sugar, the muscle glycogen, all those things are a little bit low, so they need to be replenished, especially before your first PT session of the day. So having a breakfast like this that is so well-rounded in nutrition is a wonderful way to start your day.
So I'm stirring it up right now, and I've got a really nice, chocolatey brown color. Of course, the cocoa really coming through there, but I've been stirring for a few seconds here, and it's looking really, really good. And also, if you have a bunch of Tupperware at home, this is something you can actually make a few batches of, and you can have like a few days worth of overnight oats, which is really nice. You always have something to grab and go in the morning.
Yeah, it keeps in the refrigerator about 3 days, I believe.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I mean, you got a few days of this, which is awesome. So you make a big batch and have them ready to go for the first few days of the week, which is really nice to have.
Yeah. And we have this recipe that we've made ahead of time. So it's all congealed together and the oats have expanded. So this we would pop into the fridge.
So for this, the one I'm having right here in my hand that we just made, it's a pretty loose consistency. So it's not very, it hasn't like thickened up overnight. So you can probably see there's a bit of a difference in texture and consistency between the one I just made now and the one that you would have the next morning.
So like I said, some people don't enjoy the soft texture of this. So what I'm gonna do is I've got cocoa peanut butter. Let's add some crushed peanuts to that. Give it a stir. And let's give this a try. This is good. I think the peanuts really, really make this. Without the peanuts, it would be soft, pretty gummy texture. You've got the crunch, you've got the chew, the flavors are all there. This is good. All right. We hope this helped, and we hope you try some of these recipes. Like we say, please email Dylan if you're interested in receiving these recipe books, as well as the recipe book for salads, which we'll cover next week with the Lunch and Learn. So tune in, you can watch us make a few salads in some mason jars. And I really encourage you to join the social media challenges for Nutrition Month. We have fantastic prizes. We have many cookbooks to give away. We have grocery store gift cards to give away. We have cooking store gift cards to give away. And if you tune into our gardening workshop, which the date will be posted on social media very soon, we also have gardening supply gift cards to give away. So aside from health and nutrition, lots of really good ways, lots of really good reasons to tune in.
Yeah, so just to go over all the Mondays or all the Thursdays that are going to be coming up throughout the month of March. So the next Thursday, so the 10th of March, we're going to be going over mason jar salads. The following Thursday, we're going to be doing a top fuel for top performance. And the last Thursday on the 24th of March, we're going to be doing intuitive eating luncheon. And also every Monday in the month of March, we're going to be doing challenges. So the first Monday is zero plastic waste throughout the week. The next week of March is plant-forward recipes, so focusing on adding some more plant-based parts of the meal to your meals throughout the day. Third week, a food bank collection, so you can request a box to have placed at your unit or where you work, and you can collect non-perishable food items. And then at the end of the month, we're only sending out a survey to anyone that is interested that took part in Nutrition Month, and those names will be put into a draw for a prize. So thank you for tuning in today.
See you soon.